And we are live. Good afternoon, YouTube and Twitch. This is Harmony Muse. Sorry for running so freaking late today, but to be perfectly honest with you, I wasn't feeling that good today. Slept in, for one. For other things you really don't need to know, let's just say I've just been feeling a little bit under the weather today. Well, anyway, today we're finally going back to the main story quest for Heaven's Ward, or more accurately for Dragonsong, or the Dragonsong War, the continuation of the main story after the main Heaven's Ward story and the killing of Thornton and Nidhogg. Rather surprising that a high bishop would be more intimidating than a king. So before we get to that, though, let's finish up and try to see about getting a squadron together for my higher level stuff. Should have known it wouldn't have been that easy. So close. Okay, well, we're not doing that one, so let's see what we can get done. Well, crap. Guess we're not getting that one done either. Well, no, I can definitely get you done. There we go. And right. So let's get back, or that's with that handle, let's go ahead and get back to my samurai gear. We're also going to be unlocking Void Arc because that's the next 24-man that the Free Company is going to be doing on this coming Friday. Actually, see what I need to do to unlock that. I need to do a quest to rule the skies, and I have to unlock Sky Pirates first. Unquiet Trader and the Pillars. We're going to do that before I start on the main story. Hope you understand. And it looks like there is a lead-in quest to the lead-in quest. And with what I heard from my good friend Fan about the animal weapon, we're going to skip it. I don't need a 275 weapon that badly when I can get a 290 one just for making level 70. And there's our Unquiet Trader. Guys, don't sound like desperation. Ah, You have the look of a lass who's seen her fair share of trouble. Mayhap you'd be willing to help me with mine. I need a capable sort to head into the Sea of Clouds and track down my missing airship. Had to mortgage my soul to get that vessel built, so winning the contract to ferry supplies out to Cloud Top was a real weight off my mind. But it seems my luck ended there. My ship was due back in Ishgard bells ago, and I've been praying for a glimpse of her sails ever since. I can't help fearing the worst. What if she's run afoul of sky pirates? My creditors will have their pound of flesh. You think me foolish to fear piracy so far above the waves? Well, let me tell you that no honest merchant is safe now that airship production is, if you excuse the pun, taken off. Any scoundrel with a sack of coin and a vague sense of direction can terrorize the skies. Oh yes, this new breed of buccaneers like to paint themselves as dashing explorers braving the unknown. But the truth of their nature is right in the name. Sky pirates! Given half the chance, they'll strip your ship of every last scrap of cargo and cry yar har, as they launch you screaming over the rails. I've heard the stories. Please, you must make haste to Camp Cloudtop. That's where the shipment was bound. And inquire as to the fate of my poor ship, and my poor helmsman. Ask Rentremont. He'll know, if any man does. So, we're dealing with sky pirates. I would play some Abney Park right now, but that's copyrighted. A supply airship has gone missing, you say? Well, that'd certainly explain why our provisions were so late in arriving. I did, in fact, spy a vessel charting an erratic course northwards a short while ago, but it seemed disinclined to make port here. I paid a little mind. Not the most compelling piece of evidence, mind you, but I've witnessed nothing else of interest. I suggest you investigate the landmass to the north. Rest assured, I'll send word if I spy another sign of our errant supply ship. So literal airship pirates. Like I said, I'd play some Abney Park right now because they're a bit of a steampunk band that have a song about, or that are all about being airship, steampunk sky pirates. But, well, we'll make some good coin off this haul, and then we'll see if this fool is worth the ransom. Aid, I say! These villains made to plunder my cargo and my booty. What do we got here, then? You think you're some sort of hero, do you? Well, then, you won't mind if me mates here join the fun. Make for a more heroical tale, won't it? How the tale of 3 sky pirates have fed a meddling little shite her own bloody eyes. What the? Oh gods! Oh gods! I know that ship. It's. So you're the Scrags what been dragging our good name through the mud. You're Red Bill Leofard. We ain't done nothing to you or yours. What do you want with us? I think I made my position pretty clear. You take on the mantle of of sky pirate, you agree to a certain code of conduct. And codes ain't worth much if you folk go around breaking them. Frankly, lads, you're making us look bad, and we can't have that. No hard feelings, though, eh? Holy shit! We like this guy. That was cool. Oh, thank you, Master Leofard. Thank you. I'm certain my master will wish to repay you. If your employer does business in Ishgard, he likely knows a merchant or two with trades with me associates. Tell him to say it's for Leofard, and any reward shall reach me soon enough. As for you, adventurer, 'tain't often someone beats me to the scene, but then I'd expect not less from a hero such as yourself, Wilhelmina. That is who you are, ain't it? I don't know too many other lasses with one of them marvelous mana cutters the ironworks dreamed up. Well then, it seemed you saved me the trouble of tracking you down. I've been hoping to have a word with you, you see. I'll put it to you straight. Need someone to help out with a little venture of mine. Someone used to taking a few risks. Now, this wouldn't be no black-hearted brigand's work, so don't go worrying yourself on that account. Unlike them thieving curs just now, I don't hold with robbing honest folk. For you see, the Sky Pirate's life is all about freedom. The freedom to do what you want because a pirate is free. To find out what lies beyond the next cloud. If you're interested in joining us on an adventure worthy of the name, then look for my standard in the northern reaches of the Blue Window. Someone will be waiting there to greet you. Oh dear Lord. Actual, honest to the flying spaghetti monster sky pirates. No shit. And he just straight up murdered those pirates. Granted, they were about to murder me, so it's kind of fair. It's a shame it's not the 17th yet, or I'd be doing this in the proper lingo. What, none of you have ever heard of International Talk Like a Pirate Day? That's far enough, stranger. If you value your life, tell me true. Did you stumble upon this marker by chance, or are you here by invitation? Then that would make you the hero the captain said to watch out for. Well met. The name's Stasia. Leofard would call me his right-hand woman, but I feel I'm more like his bloody nursemaid. Gods, truth be told. Ahem. Anyway, thank you for helping, or for coming to hear him out. If you'd follow me, I'll take you to the Red Bill's nest. This is silly but awesome. Why am I flying on one of these things when I could be huffing around on a friggin' dragon? I've got the God of Dragons as my personal flying beamer. I come to you in person and you still refuse my offer? Arrogant fool. On the subject of arrogance, Rhodelia, I bow to your superior knowledge. But that's all the bowing you'll get from me. As I told you a dozen times before, I ain't no one's lackey. But my dear Leofard, holy crap, she looks like me, complete with the beauty mark. How else do you propose to survive an expedition into the ghost ship? I would fear for my life with naught but your feeble crewmates at my back. Well, I fear for my life with your mangy crew at my back, on account of them being murderous, untrustworthy bastards to a man. I thought you cleverer than this, Red Bill. But no matter. I always get what I want in the end. 'Tis merely a question of the method. Okay, this is actually kind of awesome. Hello, me. Meet the real me. Now, there's a face I've not seen before. You don't have the look of one of Leofard's little birds. She's a guest. You understand the concept, don't you? When someone is invited, instead of just bursting through the door whenever she damn well pleases. That was Rhodelia, captain of the Talons. She knows Leofard's the best sky pirate alive, and the fact that she won't join her sticks in her craw. Are you gonna let them talk to you like that, Captain? We should teach them Red Bill some respect. Patience. When this is all over, we shall see who rules the skies. Okay, just because that character looks exactly like mine, I've got to kill her. Ho there, hero. I promised you high adventure, and high adventure you'll have, for we plan to board the Sea of Cloud's very own ghost ship. Or what folk have been taking to calling one anyway. Or what folk have been taking to calling one anyway. Every day for the past few weeks has brought a new sighting of the selfsame vessel, a massive airship of strange design adrift in the wood. Being a curious lot, there were a few buccaneers who tried exploring below decks, but none of them have been seen since, and so, naturally, they're saying the ship is cursed. Well, haunted. Like I said, an honest-to-God's ghost ship. My guess is she's another relic left behind by the Alligans, but we don't know for sure until we've had ourselves a good poke around inside. And liberated whatever treasure she's got moldering away in her hold, of course. But before we start dividing up the spoils, we've got to find the damn thing, which is why we've been working on a special new device. Bah, finding it'll be the easy part. What we can't do without is a veteran explorer who ain't afraid to fling herself face first into the jaws of death. Now, I know you're a gallant champion of the people and all, but strip away the fame and glory, and I wager you're still an adventurer at heart. So what say you, Wilhelmina? Fancy a plunge into the unknown at the side of the Red Bills? Then it's settled. Let us pay a visit to our crewmate Utata. She has been working on a way to track the vessel. Utata, the Lalafellan sky pirate. What the crap? Greetings. The name's Utata. I suppose you'd call me the Red Bill's chief of engineering. Smithing, carpentry, magitech. If it's part of an airship, I can fix it. Just don't expect to see me waving a cutlass and swinging over the rails. If there's fighting to be done, well, that's what we have you for. Never change a little crazy. That's awesome. Nice. Well met, ladies and gentle pirates. Now that we've appeared to have our hero, I'm happy to report that we've overcome the last obstacle to boarding the ghost ship. Meaning your progress is proceeding as planned? That it is, Captain. I knew this would be the perfect place to take readings. The scant amounts of background ether make it easy to follow the derelict's trail. The ghost ship has what Utata calls the ghost ship has what Utata tells us is a unique etheric signature. She's been building a device that can sniff out this particular spectral flavor, and point us in the right direction. I call it the ectocompass. It's allowed me to collect some solid data on the vessel's movement and plot a reliable intercept course. No groping blindly through the clouds for us. And the ships are loaded and ready to fly. Just say the word, Captain. Utata, you best stay here out of harm's way. Keep an eye on them aether trails, eh? Aye, Captain. Grab an armload of treasure for me. Now, we've got no way of knowing what's waiting for us on that cursed hulk, so you best bring along a few mates what you know you can trust. Don't hurt to be too careful, seeing as how you'll be going in first and all. I did tell you you'd be going in first, didn't I? Well, you will. The rest of us will be guarding the rear, just in case Rodilia and her brood decide to stick their beaks in where they ain't wanted. Don't worry, she'll not get past us, so you can concentrate on carving a path into the ship's belly. An honest-to-God's ghost ship. Ha ha ha! Oh, this'll be an adventure, this is gonna be an adventure and a half. Whatever you say there, Luffy. Okay, that was amazing. That was frigging awesome. And now let's get to the main story, shall we? I'm having a hard time thinking about that though, because I'm seeing two big markers here. What? Oh wait, that one's not one we want to worry about. What the hell are you? Do it for Gilly and Gods of Eld. I think those are unlocks or dungeon unlocks. Do it for Gilly. Unlocks the fractal continuum. Let's do these unlocks before we get to the main story. We've got Gods of Eld, right? Where was Gods of Eld? Ah, down here. From a Torsurfers. Message to you from a mysterious stranger. Ah, my lady Wilhelmina! During your absence, a stranger came calling. Upon learning that you were away, he left a message to the effect that he wishes to speak to you and will await you at the Rising Stones. If you have a mind to oblige this stranger, please be careful. I cannot well explain why, but it put me ill at ease to simply be near him. But that do it for Gilly over there is also another quest. Unlock. Where these two are class unlocks for Astrologian and Dark Knight. I know my good friend Fan has been saying I really should do the Dark Knight unlock when I can. He says that the story is amazing. And I take Fan's word for it. Accompaniment node. Oh! A minion. Ah! I was looking for you. Or rather, your friend Wedge was. Left a most puzzling message he did, with instructions to convey it to you verbatim. He requests your presence at the Aetherochemical Research Facility in Azisla for a project of utmost secrecy. Sounds like nonsense to my ears, but he assured me you'd grasp its intent. Well, that's the message, and now I've delivered it. Hello, Eves? I'm well aware that the main story has those, man. I'm literally to Heaven's Word main content. And I'm well aware that the crosses are unlock quests for classes and dungeons. Again, I'm level 61. This is my third character that's been beyond 50. I know. Thank you for thank you for telling me, though. I do appreciate it. Oh, there you are, Wilhelmina. I've been waiting for you. And so is an old friend of ours. You remember Gilly, don't you? Well, I was feeling awfully lonely without her, so I snuck out the back door when the chief wasn't looking. But look at her now. System's down, no power to utter even a single blip. Doesn't it just break your heart? Left alone in this wasteland for thousands of years, just waiting for someone to help. And as soon as she's done her duty, clunk! Tossed aside like a rusty old suit of armor. Well, I won't stand for it. We won't stand for it. I'm going to bring Gilly back to life, and you're going to help me. At first, I had a mind to fix her up myself, but I fear she's proven beyond my abilities to repair. That's when I hit upon it. If we found a new body for Gilly, we could transfer her personality and memories right into it. It'd be like she never left. I know what you're thinking. And just where are we going to find this new body, Wedge? I've got 3 words for you. The Fractal Continuum. It's an old warship that was converted into a museum of elegant technology. If there's any place we can find a new body for Gilly, it'd be there. And it's just a short trip away by matter conduit 6 to 7 to boot. You'll go, won't you? For Gilly's sake? Oh, Lord, this is silly. Yeah, we're gonna have a long talk about what exactly is considered a short trip there, Wedge. It's weird. We've got all this hyper technical stuff here, interspersed with floating literal stone bridges. This place is a walking anachronism, or a floating anachronism. And I love it for that. I really do.
Hello.
Hey, man. Okay, now where is this thing I'm supposed to explore? Elegant. Oh, this elegant teleporter. I'm unlocking the fractal continuum.
If I had a camera, I'd be giving you a thumbs up because I'm drinking juice right now.
Transport is available from this location to the fractal continuum, the greatest storehouse of technological marvels in all of Aleg. Blip, blip. The fractal continuum is temporarily closed to tourists. Access is limited to those with level 3 security clearance or higher. Blip. Unauthorized visitors will be removed via the continuum's anti-intruder defense system. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy your visit. The duty finder has been updated with a new regular duty. Okay, that's done. Now I've got to go to Revenant's Toll because I want to get that Gods of Eld done. How much you want to bet that's unlocked quests for the extreme modes of Ravana, Bismarck, and... What was the other primal we fought? Nidhogg? No, Nidhogg wasn't a primal.
Thoradin? But that's actually a different quest.
Yeah, that's the ultimate ballad one. But why is so...
Oh yeah, Matoya.
Once I get that done, I can go to the main story, which means going back to House Forton. I'm doing this one because I get... The reason I was doing the unlock for Fractal Continuum is I get a Gilly statue, or a Gilly companion. And somebody sent... Oh, I've got mail. Destination.
You've got mail.
I haven't heard that authentically in over a decade. You know, they were
got more mail.
You know, they were still sending CD-ROMs out in the days of when cable was still coming out. You know, when unlimited internet was a thing, they were still sending out CDs. I think I have one in a case somewhere that I use as a coaster when I'm feeling particularly petulant. Thanks for coming. Urukai is my name. That's not what it says, but that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Urukai is my name, and I serve a friend. I sought you out that I might alert you to the rising threat of beings known as icons. Oh, god damn it. He's a Garlean. You are aware of their threat, you say. Ah, but I speak not of the primals, with which you are exceedingly well acquainted, but you just said icons. It may interest you to know that the term icon and the beings to which it refers precede the Garlean Empire by eras. You see, it is the name by which the Allegans called godlike beings, the dark divinity Odin among them, and the Garleans who seek to emulate the glory of ancient Alec have simply availed themselves of it. Pray, permit me to continue the tale. Fucking Urian J? You're still on my shit list for consorting with these bastards. Ah, Urian J, how kind of you to join us. As the Warrior of Light's comrade, my participation is to be expected. After all, the matter doth pertain to the very fate of this star. The icons of Eld, in the distant past, these mighty beings did offer fierce resistance to the Allegan Empire. However, they eventually fell to the men of Aleg, who devised the means by which to capture them. It did not end with capture, as you well know, for the Allegans also learned how to harness the Icon's power, and they refined this knowledge at the Aetherochemical Research Facility on Azus Law. And within the centrifugal crystal engine, they sealed 3 of the beings. The warring Oh, shit. 'Twas the first and foremost to acquire the infinite power of the warring triad that the Archbishop did seek Azus Law. But in the wake of his defeat, the bindings which confined the icons were severely damaged. Doubt not that they will fail completely ere long. The warring triad refers to Final Fantasy VI, there, fan. Specifically to the 3 goddess statues. So, god-class beings. Ah, crap baskets. Know that we do not condemn you for striking down the Archbishop. You were simply fulfilling your destiny. And yet, were the warring triad to be released into the world, unimaginable destruction would ensue. Take heart, for there is hope still. Through swift action we may yet prevent their awakening and see them resealed. But in dealing with this new threat, our first step must be to contend with the old. 2 savage savage modes. Ah, shit. I fear summoned once more by their worshippers, and at a strength far surpassing their previous incarnations. I speak of the primals Ravana and Bismarck. If left unchecked, they will inevitably seek to seize power of the warring triad. They will serve to feed the confluence of chaos and hasten the icon's awakening. To wit, we must need vanquish both of their kinds. I pray thee, however, to first focus thy gaze upon the primals, and return our attention to those icons in their fitful slumber. I shall return to the waking sands forthwith and consider such measures as are available to us. Meanwhile, I bid thee attend the task of eliminating the primals. Young Urukai shall assist thee. Rest assured he is not our enemy, for the time being at least. He looks like the littlest Asian, he does.
He does, doesn't he?
Thok around the clock. Oh, God. As you prepare yourself for battle, so too does Ravana. Within Thok he builds his strength, feeding upon the prayers of his innumerable children. But those same children will not suffer you to live should you surrender to them a second time. Nay, you must devise a new way of approaching the Lord of the Hive's domain. Consult with the storyteller, the Elder of the Vath, and he will aid in this endeavor. Take this bauble. 'Tis known among the Nath as the Burning Eye of Ravana. When the time comes, you will know what to do. The Diabolical Bismarck. This is going to be the crap. Oh, dear. If we are to prevent the awakening of the warring triad, then Bismarck must be cast down once more. I am aware of the rather unorthodox method you employed to lure out and slay the white whale before, and had in mind to follow established precedent. That said, islands are not easy to come by. I should hope it is not necessary, but you may as well show this gemstone to Chief Sonu. He will know it as the Weeping Eye of Manu Kamanai. That sounds like something in a native language, and I feel like I'm mangling it, and I'm sorry. And it will ensure he is completely committed to our cause. Oh, and before you ask, I have already informed Master Garland of our plans. He is currently en route to the Blue Window. Okay, those 2 unlock quests are started, and I can finally get back to the main story.
I mean, an interesting main story.
So, what are you ended up having to eat there, buddy?
Chicken. Or chicken.
What chicken?
Chicken.
Yep.
Chicken.
That was actually lunch here, too, was a bucket of KFC.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm very good at making chicken.
Oh, you homemade the chicken?
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Well, I'm gonna go ahead while I'm doing this and do my usual queuing up for a dungeon while I do my main story, and let the long form queue take its toll. That way I can get tombstones when I need them. Ah, only 10 minutes, or only 19 minutes for DPS queue for leveling. No, that's not leveling, that's 50-60. Oh, Alfie wants to speak to me. Fortuitous timing as always. Tadaru was about to brief me on the search for our missing comrades. If you'd be so kind, then. Absolutely. You'd be pleased to hear that Rio and his men have been making excellent progress. You remember how Flamin helped me escape the Crystal Braves in Limsa Laminsa, only to disappear? Well, according to Rial, she crept aboard a ship bound for Radzat Han, where she's been hiding ever since. He assures me that it won't be long before we're reunited. As for Ida and Papalimo, the remains of their link pearls have been found, and in Pearl Lane of all places. Rial thinks they must have disposed of them after escaping the Royal Promenade. Yes, that would make sense. Though, they could not risk being eavesdropped upon by we're all but certain they fled the city shortly after, but we still won't have a clue where they went. I see. And what of Thancred and Minfilia? I'm afraid I have nothing to share about those two, but it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is we've enlisted the services of a Charlian scholar, one of the students of Baldessian, to aid in the research, who should be arriving any day now. One of the students, you say? I should very much like to meet this scholar, if time permits. But first we must tend to a more pressing matter. Sir Emmerich has summoned the two of us for a private audience. Messenger didn't specify what he wished to discuss, only that it was urgent. Assuming you have no objections, I suggest we proceed to the congregation forthwith. And mayhap we can meet with a scholar afterwards, agreed? Why do I have the feeling that things are about to go south fast? In that case, I think I'll return to the Forgotten Knight for now. Things are liable to fall apart if I'm gone too long, you know. I'm going to go see if I have any pieces of 260 that I haven't gotten to 260 yet. Okay. 250, 250. Okay. Nope, my rings are all updated. The only thing that's really lagging is my katana. And I'm going to go ahead and take the good time and trouble to get in. Go ahead and get that all the way to an augmented Shire katana just to save myself the time. Don't worry.
Alright.
I want to see what the Shire one looks like anyway. I find myself desperately wanting to actually make a level 70 in all of the physical classes, because I just saw what the title for doing so is.
Goddess of War?
Indeed. And to get the Shire Katana I need. Okay, 10 scripture tokens and 1 micro tombstone. That's going to be 500, I believe. Scripture and 1 micro. And one Shire Katana coming right up.
Nice.
Now to go augment that thing.
I think it's the... No, it's like deepest something.
I'm gonna go make a check before I upgrade it, just to be safe, so I don't waste poetics.
Like what I did.
Indeed.
And I still somehow got all of my stuff upgraded. So.
I need the Shire Katana. Okay, and deepest gob dip.
Yep. Make sure you go for a deepest and not deep.
As I remember it correctly, if it's anything like a 2.0 upgrading was, all of these things used to be stuff you had to get on a once per week basis from raid drops back in the day.
Probably.
I figure 15 item levels is going to be a lot more of a change now than it was back in the day. Well, we know what somebody is eventually going to get as a minion. But somebody's flying around, walking around with a wind-up Praise Velker. Improved Shire gear. Let's compare them weapon to weapon. (182 strength and 200 vitality) to that's almost 20 more strength and 23 more vitality. Skill speed 139 versus no skill speed. Direct hit rate of 97 versus a direct hit rate of 87. So I'm trading critical hit for skill speed. Oh my lord. My recast has gone from 2.4 something to 2.34. And I can improve it a further 10% by using my Shifu weapon skill. I'm like a baby monk now. Don't have much crit, or I sacrificed a whole lot of crit for doing it, though. It's worth it. And now back to...
Yeah, my recast time right now is at 2.39.
Not too shabby. This is on your Bard?
Yep.
I fear a monk with improved skill speed. Because when you toss Grease Lightning 3 on top of improved skill speed, and it's no wonder monks are always wanting to rush ahead. Weird thing, I find that to be a lot more survivable than Dragoons, though. Of course, that's mostly due to Dragoon, yeah.
Mostly due to the jump ability.
Right. The Lord Commander is within. Pray proceed, miss. I'm going to need to turn my volume up.
Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
Oh, great. Emmerich wants to speak to me in privacy.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities.
Oh dear. I get the bad feeling that there's going to be members of the church that prefer the status quo, and that this is going to go bad.
Stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended. The small
I get the point. I get the point.
indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop.
Either way, it is bad.
Yeah.
But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
Indeed, no, it wouldn't.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
Yeah, how much do you want to... Oh, Lord, that sounds bad.
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited.
I love Emmerich. I too had concerns, but when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital on Dragonback...
Mayhap how long, and at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number questioned our methods.
Oh, dear.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the broom. Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order. But such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
Oh, dear. Hilda is working with the Temple Knights.
People remain frightened and confused. For
Yep.
their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
I agree with Emmerich there.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
Yeah, there's not much I can do other than kick everybody's ass to look impartial.
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Trine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
Annex Trine? You would speak with Vidofnir then?
Ooh, Julia wants to go speak with Vidofnir.
We must needs open a dialogue between our
Oh,
peoples.
Lucia, rather.
Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor?
What I don't get is the Garlean presence in the End of the Heavensward storyline was an afterthought almost. It was very, very lightly touched upon. Though, what the hell reason did the Emperor of all things have to show up in the middle of nowhere, rather than leaving the dirty work to his servants? And he was on the airship as it went down. So there's something that I can't help but wonder what's going on there.
That one I actually don't know right now.
We're all nodding at each other. Nod, 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 bow. Nod, 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 bow, bow. Nod, nod, nod.
Friends.
Thank you, my friends. Okay.
Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
You know, I like Emmerich. He's a reasonable authority figure. He's like Orsvon, except not romantically interested in me.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core.
And here's the intro narration by Count Edmond.
For
Or
a
Edmund.
1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers?
Now we see the young,
Defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow.
the eldest Fortomp brother watching the crowds being preached to in the streets.
Tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens.
I have to say, I like the camera work in this game, in these cutscenes like this. It's well done. And here we have
While we dare to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength. Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph.
and talk of Nidhogg. I'm gonna have to kill him again.
As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his
Very well, maybe.
misbegotten desire.
Yeah, it looks like he's abandoned the whole slow misery and has just gone batshit crazy.
Hasn't he been from the beginning?
Yeah, shortly. It only seems very recently, because if you look at it, it says that he's been waging a campaign of misery for 1,000 years. Not so much extermination, but misery. It's only recently he's been turning from going to that misery to outright trying to murder all humans. I know little of these lands the dragons call home, this annexed shrine. Had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem a far more daunting prospect. I confess, I myself once shuddered at the thought of it. Yet even the longest journey begins with the first step, does it not? Ah, but before we set forth, Wilhelmina and I must needs inform our comrade of our plans. Very well. I shall see to my preparations. Then let us go bid farewell to Tataru. Why do you need our help? You've got that big-ass Magitech armor of yours. It's hard. I hear you. It's really hard to properly prepare chicken. It's either going to end up really greasy or really dry, unless you do it just right. Sometimes, if you do it very wrong, it'll be both greasy and dry. So, what was your secret meeting about? I'm all ears. Talking to Tataru. A diplomatic mission to annex Shrine, you say? Well, I suppose that does take precedence. But should your meeting with Vidofnir happen to end early, you might consider rendezvousing with Ishtola at Nidalshire. She'll be there to receive our guests. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with dragons is terribly important and everything, but this scholar just happens to be... time permitting, as I said. We shall endeavor to join Ishtola, but if we can't, pray pass on our regards. Let us be off. We have kept the first commander waiting long enough. And this is why I don't mind the long queues for DPS when I'm doing main story, because it allows me to actually get main story while also getting tomestones.
Right.
Now I'm probably going to have a quest to go say goodbye to Count Edmund and to friggin' Sid. You are ready then? Good, then so am I. You want to give me food? You don't have any strength food, so this is probably just... I'm going to pick the most expensive one so I can sell it. One is ready to escort Lucia... Okay, breaking the cycle. The path is long but known to us. From Falcon's Nest we shall cross the Western Highlands and make for Tail Feather and the Dravanian Forelands. There we can stop and rest to replenish our supplies. Questions? If not, then the stables await. Rendezvous with Lucia outside of Tail Feather. Well, it's a good thing I have Tail Feather on my... I do have Tail Feather on my thing. Yeah, I do. Going? Let's see what the queue has in store for me today. It's the 50-60 queue, and I just did some unlocking, so I might end up in that fractal continuum or whatever.
We'll see.
Because I gotta remember, now that I'm 60 and I'm doing 60 or level 50-60 queue, I'm gonna see 50 or 60 stuff now.
Unless for some weird reason decide to completely forego the 60 dungeons, which nobody would do in their right mind.
Right. I've always imagined the first time I set foot upon Dravanian soil I'd be at the head of an army. Yet here I am, ready to treat with the brothers and sisters of mine enemies. Full well do I know how difficult it can be to set aside our past. Though it was I who first proposed recruiting a sail to our cause, I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I'd uttered them. And for a long time after that. Here was a woman with the blood of innocence on her hands. Men, women, children. All slain in the name of the implacable Lady Iceheart. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in common cause. At our side she fought in service to that greater good, even unto her dying breath. While that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope one day she'll be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul who dreamt of peace. You ask much, Master Alphino, yet who can say what might come to pass should our negotiations bear fruit? Yes, of course. We must press on to Annex Trine if you'll follow me. People, I have a fucking dragon we can all fly on. Why do we have to take the slow path? Oh, they're taking the slow path. I am flying over. Well, I've got 7 left on the queue, so I'm going to go ahead and take a quick detour and get my Thok around the clock step done.
Alright.
That's probably going to unlock, what, Ravenna Extreme? Because they stopped naming the... Because thanks to the 2.1 and later content, the hard mode stopped being hard and just started being. And it just went straight from normal to extreme. Click. Ah! Our hunter friend, welcome! What hunting is... Oh. The non-mind is glad of your thirst for divine blood. Ever more rapacious do the one mind grow as they seek offerings to glut our deity's insatiable appetite. Another path through our god's domain? Yes, there's but one way. You must seek out the Gyn hive on the far side of the colony and attune your spirit to the aetherite ensconced within. But the deed is not possible. We hear the ward is a crystal is warded by ancient ritual magics. The one mind have woven the seal such that only the most worthy of warriors can be granted leave to enter Thok asks Thok. And what they do not share with the non-mind what they consider worthy. Gyn hive? Oh, the hive for the females. Okay. Every time I'm flying on Vidofn or on Midgard Zormer, I keep hearing the never-ending story song in the back of my head.
Oh,
Have you ever seen that movie?
not really, no.
An old 1980s. I can't say that it was a Jim Henson's Muppet movie, but it was one of the definitive childhood movies back in the 1980s. And it itself was a movie adaptation of a book. Well, either way, the main character, or rather the main character of the book in the movie, rode around on a luck dragon. Oh, I've got to go in. I've actually got to follow the path rather than trying to fly over. Yeah, this is going to be fun.
I swear the queue for this dungeon is messing with me.
What queue are you trying to do?
Anti-tower.
Anti-tower.
The first dungeon you actually have to do.
Ah.
That's not a duty. That's
After
not a duty of NPCs.
After a pause, you smash the gemstone against the aetheryte. Nothing much happens. Out of habit, you attune with the aetheryte, and once more, nothing much happens. Thokast Stock Extreme now accessible. And apparently, I've got to do that extreme. Oh crap! Level 50-60. Let's see what we got. Okay, I hit the button, and it looks like nobody else is hitting the button. Tanks hit the button, so we're just waiting. Oh, the healers hit the button. We're having a false start on a 4-man. Are you shitting me? Well, at least since it's a DPS, it's going to be insta. How long have you been in queue for that?
Well, I literally just got in, so it's like I'm at 3 minutes. But it was like 1 minute later, the average wait time bumps up 1 minute. It's like, I swear to God.
And to quote the Dark Knight, swear to me!
Oh boy.
And we are in, and what is it? The Aetherochemical Research Facility. FML. Tank is big pulling, it looks like. Yep, tank's big pulling. And it looks like we're doing it with somebody who's at level. Yep, we are not level capped. We're item level capped, but not gear capped. All right, well, we're gear capped. I'm going to shut up now. I'm sticking my foot down my throat.
Well, now you know how it feels.
What is the tank doing? Oh, right. He wasn't... Ah, crap. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. But seriously, though, from what little I got to play of Heavensward so far, the Garlean presence seems tacked on. There's, like, no explanation for it. What weapon does this... I gotta figure out what that is that he's wielding. Susanoo's long sword done like a Lux. No wonder I like that thing. Well, no wonder I want a Lux, because that thing looks so pretty.
Oh, come on!
What's going on?
What time elapsed? 8 minutes. Average wait time 28.
Oh. Why is he picking on me? Fighting regular Van Hydrus at the moment.
Okay.
Oh crap.
Churro.
Oh crap. Oh crappity crap crap. Well, the turret's dead. Let's deal with Ray. Oh crap. You are not from Warhammer. You don't get to say for the Emperor. You're not a Space Marine, damn it.
Well, they do have an Emperor of Garland.
I know, I know. It's just that I'm so used to whenever I hear for the Emperor, for it to be Space Marines talking about the God Emperor of Mankind from Warhammer. Hey Levin, I'm level 62, and we're doing the Aetherochemical Research Facility. Sorry I didn't say anything earlier. Okay, so my samurai AoEs were extremely useful when fighting the bioculture. Oh shit. I shouldn't have said we're useful when we're still fighting. Oh, I just wanted to say I did go back and look at the video last night from yesterday when I forgot to mute. You're a real bro, man. I appreciate you trying to cover up my talking to Susan.
I tried. I probably failed miserably, but I tried.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. Mom said she couldn't hear me, but Mom has worse hearing than I do, which is saying something. Well, okay, I think we're to the second boss, or going to be there shortly. Right. I wasn't meaning that badly. I mean, our hearing is horrible. Both of our hearing. And Mom is watching stream, and I kind of, yeah. I learned I need to be more careful about what I say.
Don't most of us learn that from an early age?
Say again?
Don't most of us learn that at an early age?
I was always a remedial... Well, actually, no, I wasn't a remedial student. I was quite the opposite. Too damn smart for my own good half the time. Tweet, 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 tweet. I am petrified. Well, we are murder deathing the crap out of this fella. So you're in the... So you've gotten into the anti-tower, you said, right?
I'm still in queue for it. Been waiting for 15 minutes.
Aw, 15 whole minutes?
Almost 16. And average wait time jumped down to 25, thankfully.
Not trying to be facetious there, it's just, we're DPS. A Q under 30 is considered a miracle from scripture. Both of us playing tank and healer the last week has spoiled us.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, I remember this place. The travel through on the pads. That, you know, after we killed a few, the new next pad came in. Oh, these dreadnoughts, those are taken exactly from Final Fantasy 13. Have you played 13?
Some, yeah.
While a lot of it annoyed me, the linearity of it, some of the monster design was very well done.
I'll be fair though, Final Fantasy X was quite linear too.
True. I'll give you that in spades. Final Fantasy X also had a crazy amount of times where Riku's backside was in the camera as well. Which made me think, you sick bastards, she's 15.
That's Riku. No.
Say again?
That was Riku. When at a young age, I actually had a crush on her.
You know she was voiced by Tara Strong, right?
One of the most popular voice actresses.
Yes. So you had a crush on Princess Twilight Sparkle. Yes, I know. I'm well aware I've got an ass kicking coming.
I would drag you to PvP, but you don't have PvP unlocked.
Well, I do have the Wolf's Den unlocked, and I enjoy PvP. When I want to play PvP, I'll play Team Fortress. All joking aside, I don't like the mentality that PvP fosters in people. I'm all in with what Sunbro says. I'm all for jolly cooperation. But the whole blocks or hexagonal platforms coming in after we've killed a few enemies reminds me so much of the last dungeon of Mass Effect 2.
Oh.
And Mass Effect, yeah, to a very amazing effect, because Mass Effect 2 was a genuinely very good game. And this part in Mass Effect 2, where you were going through these platforms, was a suicide mission. I literally called it the suicide mission, because it was implied that you were not guaranteed to come back.
And yet somehow you did.
And I'm petrified again. I swear, when I get a Midori Setsugeka to go, when I've got all the buffs up and it double crits, I feel like I'm doing a one-person limit break. And because as you know, each segment of the combo has a buff that it adds on you. One's a 10% damage increase, another's a 10% attack speed increase. The other is a 10% slashing resist debuff on the enemy. Put those together plus the plus a double crit, plus the Hisatsu Kaiten, which increases the potency by 50%, and the numbers get insane. I feel like what archers were in 2.0. Or what bards were, rather. Because bards used to be crazy, crazy, amazing good.
And then we got nerfed to be the second to worst.
You're not bad. You. Oh, La Habrea Nigayorm. Oh, great. I forgot about this fight.
Darkness shall consume light.
To be fair, us bards are typically out DPS fight even the dragoons.
And what's weird, because dragoons used to be crazy good DPS back in the day. Ow. Now it's to fight La Habrea. Don't tell me that I've done something, I haven't done something enough. You're not the boss of me, La Habrea. And besides, haven't I kicked your ass once already by this point in the... Shit. And he put the ice right as I popped the Hisatsu Kaiten. Did we just win? They're only half down. They're not dead. Oh, right. They went Archon mode. Power overwhelming. But that's what they're... But yeah, I don't get it. Since when do... They basically did the fusion dance. Ow.
What? Wait, what? Oh, my mom's calling.
Oh, well, go speak to her.
Okay.
Well, I'm dead. I'll be here. Okay, and we just got it. Woohoo! We just got the... And we got that done. Okay, cool beans. Checking on something real quick. Okay. Sorry about that. Now, we were going to the Vidofnir. And it's been, crap, an hour and a half. I don't have time for another dungeon. Let's take a look. And where is Vidofnir? Oh, you're on the top floor. Don't tell me I have to fly all the way up. Going up. Nope, no Vidofnir here, no Vidofnir here. Vidofnir going to hold? Where the hell is Vidofnir? There you are. Okay, let's see here. Thou art ever welcome here, friend of his sail. But this one I do not know. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard and our trusted friend. It is an honor to meet you, Vidofnir. I come as an envoy of Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we long believed your kin to be architects of this war, but now we know the truth, that King Thornton and his Knights 12 did willfully betray and murder the great worm Ratatosk, shattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years, our leaders conspired to conceal this truth, a truth which was at last laid bare by the Warrior of Light, the Azure Dragoon, and Isail. Alas, a deception so intricately wrought cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labor to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet dream we must, as Isail once did, and we must make that dream a reality as she could not. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship once more, and before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I have heard your request, knight. However, I cannot yet give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerneth my sire. He must need be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before, and I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years at war, we shall not give up on that peace for want of patience. Ha! Fear not, knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon? My humble thanks. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith, until we meet again. Well, it wasn't a no, it was a maybe. Better than nothing. Now, what's Alfie want? Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I am surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of it remains to be seen, however. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. But you do not need to wait for me. The return journey holds no fears for me now. Well, if you have no further need of our services, shall we continue on to Sharlayan? We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. Then I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even when such grave matters remain unresolved. I can think of no graver matter than a 1,000-year war, one for which our friends gave their lives to see ended. Suffice it to say, I would willingly make 1,000 such journeys to assure their sacrifice was not in vain. Of that I have no doubt, Master Alphino. I only hope that fates will not hold you to your word. Decent XP and money. We like money. Money is money is good. Set up for Sharlayan. So, it would seem we have time to greet the scholar after all. How delightful. I shall be interested to hear how she means to go about finding Minfilia and Thancred. I can only assume she is privy to some new investigative technique. In any event, our first order of business is to rendezvous with Y'shtola in Idleshire. Okay, so, good news. Apparently you already know this, but we just spoke with Vidofnir with Lucia in tow, and he didn't decide to go om nom nom the moment he saw a temple knight.
Alright. I need to change the batteries to my house.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll be right back.
Take your time. God, that hurt. Now, where is Y'shtola? We're in the middle of things. And still looking... I swear, Y'shtola looks damn creepy with Hyuga Byakugan looking eyes. Ah, Wilhelmina, 'tis good to see you. I confess I had assumed your business in Annex Tran would detain you longer. Did your meeting with Vidofnir go well? As well as can be expected. She must discuss Sir Emmerich's proposal with Reisvelger, of course, but she seemed amenable to the suggestion. What of our Charlene guest? Has she arrived yet? She has. But when I explained you would be joining us, she asked me if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on Front Bridge. We should be on our way.
And replaced. Back into the half-hour-long queue.
It popped while you were changing your batteries?
No, I had to exit out of queue. I didn't know how long I'd be talking with Mom.
Gotcha. Well, sucks to be you, buddy. I'm sorry to hear it. If it wasn't a 51 dungeon or 61 dungeon, I would be ready there with bells on with my white mage to do it with you.
It's a 60 dungeon, but still.
Oh my lord.
I'm terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
Oh my god, it's Kryl.
Yep.
Final Fantasy V reference walking, everybody. Complete with the cat ear hood. Oh my god. Which means she's on her white mage job, apparently.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kryl, who has recently come from the Sharlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the warrior of light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, miss.
It's funny, my sword...
Who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levinger himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
I swear, my sword has gotten so long now that when they show her looking up at my face, oh, my hilt was legitimately in the way.
Miss Kryl and I met at the studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
Someone's got a crush.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble. You me. The young
Alphino's got a crush, I can tell.
sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Kryl.
Embarrassing the hell right out of him.
Haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
That's awesome.
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
That's awesome.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking.
And she knows how to push every single one of his buttons.
Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I wonder why and how that is.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea.
Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
So she thinks she can find Thancred.
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Oh, you want to go take Matoya's favorite bauble.
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best that you explain your plan to her in person.
Nod, 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 bow. I swear, it's like I'm Chrono and the ever mute hero. But man, this is getting good. And it's funny seeing Alphino completely off his guard. But the Kryl I remember from Final Fantasy V was like 7 or 8 years old. And herself a prodigy. See what time it is. I've got 10 more minutes, then I gotta go because I got crap I gotta get done. You did say we were headed for a cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? Silly, silly person. Actually, I'm going to go take a quick check back and see what I've been given, because I'm sure this is probably going to be another drop of gear from Silunas. Either that or spam email. No male person in friggin'... Okay, so there's no male person in Foundation. Maybe they're in the Pillars.
There was a male person in Idleshire.
Well, Idleshire wasn't a free teleport for me. But it looks like I'm going back there anyway. Shit. Oh god, a Shantoto. Oh god, somebody had a wind-up Shantoto. A rather infamous black mage from Final Fantasy XI.
Okay.
In fact, the black mage soul gem you have isn't Soul of the Black Mage, it's Shantoto's soul gem. Oh. Apparently our favorite antecedent sent me a couple of engagement rings to give to whoever.
Huh.
I'm not going to tell Raven about that part because, you know, she's all going to start shipping it.
And besides, she's probably going to be getting on Final Fantasy 14 at some point, too.
Now, that would be cool. Now,
You certainly know that one of the first few things that we're probably gonna do once we get her out of A Realm Reborn is probably get Misha and her character married.
works for me. Conservator gear. I don't care about conservator gear. Fire gear. I want to worry about pancreatist gear. What am I going to need? Tautist gob twine. Okay. Tautist gob twine. Tautist gob twine. Gob twine. Gob twine.
Your belt should be gob coat.
Right. Gob twine.
Let's see. I can actually count for you everything that needs gob twine. Well,
Okay, headband. So, I'm gonna need headband, gloves, boots, and legs. So 4 gob twine and 1 gob coat to get my clothes done. I'll go ahead and use my last bit of time for today, or for now, doing that. I don't know that I'm gonna have a late night stream tonight. I'm probably just gonna spend my time tonight. The reason why is servers are going down 9 o'clock your time for 8 hours.
Yep.
Well, shit happens, I suppose.
Honestly, probably be a good way to start working on other things.
Yeah, I'll get my level 60 clears done then. Either that or do my roulettes on my white mage to get them up to get them up higher. Because I want to have my white mage up to 60 so I can help with the 60 roulettes and such. Now I'm going to have to put my crap gear on. So I can do the trading in. Wait a minute. No, I don't need to take off my pancreas or my chest piece. Improve Shire gear. 1 headband. So, I think that would have been the perfect thing to have as a samurai item. As a class quest item. The #1 headband. What? I was a fan of Afro Samurai. It was a good anime.
You know, I just realized my bow gives me the most HP out of any of my items.
Oh?
Vitality plus 204. The highest next to it is
Yep.
Vitality plus 190.
That's probably your coat giving you that, I'm supposing.
My coat and my legs both at the same time. Both give me 190 each.
Now I've got, okay, an earring, choker, bracelets, and ring. Earring takes coat, choker takes coat, bracelet takes coat.
All your items take coat. All your accessories take the coat.
I noticed the sword took gob dip. That's rare because it took coat back in the Ironworks days. And now I'm gonna, after I do this and I upgrade my Ring of Slaying to a Shire Pancreas ring. The damn problem I have is the rings are unique. So I would either have to take a Dragoon ring, which I don't think I can wear. Actually, I'll have to check that. I might be able to.
Technically, my Shire Conservator stuff all say all classes.
Huh. Well, then I might actually go ahead and break down and get myself a Lancer, a Dragoon thing. Just so I have something with more strength on it. It would feel like it's cheating, though, but eh. Item level 268 now. Oh my god, the skill speed. I've got 811 skill speed now.
$811? Holy crap.
Yeah, 0.15 seconds taken off all my normal global cooldown.
My skill speed is only a 705.
Well, I see why they're all classes. The choices are Conservators for Dex, Pancratists for Strength, Custodians for Vitality.
Yep.
So I'm basically stuck with what I got.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not bad. I'm item level 268 now. With 2400 HP and attack power 1597.
You have 300 more hit points than I do.
What's your item level?
My eye level is 268.
Okay. Might be the vagaries of the differences between Dex gear and Strength gear. Because technically I'm more frontline than you are, sort of, I think.
Sorta. I'm supposed to stay in the back.
Alright.
And yet I still have that many hit points. Ah.
Okay. Well, I'm feeling good about myself now. Nice and nice shiny item level 268. Locked or cocked, locked, and ready to whip ass. It's interesting. My attack power is a direct copy of my strength.
Yep. Mine was direct copy of Dex. So, yeah.
But good lord. That's almost a 10% decrease. Actually, that's a 6% decrease in my cooldowns, that is. Or a 6%, so... Again, and since this is the same stuff that pugilists would wear, or monks would wear, that would be that plus third tier greased lightning, they'd be hitting less, or like once every 1.9 seconds, if that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's good to share gear with a monk, I swear.
Yep.
Well, anyway, I've got stuff I got to get done. Else I'd be continuing with this story, because I can't wait to see how Kryl is going to try to sweet talk Matoya, given that the previous story mentioned that her and Louisoix, Kryl wasn't Louisoix's grandchild. Kryl was Goluf's grandchild.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I can't wait to see how she sweet talks. Anyway, everybody, thank you all very much for watching. Like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. This has been Harmony Muse with my good friend Fan the Wolfman.
Hello.
We'll most likely be back tomorrow because there won't be time to stream tonight. Thank you and have a good one.